Three, two, and go.
What's going on, man? It's Willpower. You're live and direct. And check out my interview on my new music coming out shortly. 12/12 on the way. And it's Lapinkky the show.
So, Will, where are you from?
So I was born in Statesboro, Georgia. I was raised in New Jersey. Like I lived from 0 to like 9. I moved to London when I was 9, so I've been here pretty much all my life. So that's all I know.
Okay. How long have you been making music?
I started when I was like 14. I was working with like Gorilla Zoe, just ghostwriting, being around them, being around different producers, Drummer Boy. He used to have a little spot across from him.
That's impressive.
So I started with them, just networking with them as well. Really got me in the loop because he was really hot at the time. And then from there, I just branched out to where I'm at now.
So what kind of things did you pick up from them, just being around them, like, as far as that attributed to your success now?
Really just keeping people in your circle, like finding a position for them. Like everybody can't be the rapper. Mm-hmm. Somebody gotta be the manager, somebody gotta be the booking manager, somebody gotta just be the assistant, someone gotta just be the tour manager, someone gotta do merchandise. Like you could find something for each person that's in your camp that'll actually help you in the long run. So that's what I use to build my surroundings, my people around me.
That's wonderful. Give the viewers a 24-hour day in your life, like just a small little, like what do you do when you wake up?
Brush my teeth, smoke hookah. Well, I wake up, pray, brush my teeth, smoke hookah. Definitely go into the studio, see what's been made overnight. People been working while I was asleep, which is normally not the case 'cause I'm up later than they are. So we go up and just listen to new records we recorded overnight just to hear how they sound with a fresh ear, fresh mind. See what you can add to it, take away from it. Just figure out who we're gonna work with that day and just get things going.
Okay. So I want to ask about your music that's coming up. It's called 12.
So my project is called 33.
Okay, your project.
Yeah.
Tell us about the 33.
So 33 comes from Deuteronomy 33,
Mm-hmm.
which is a scripture where it's saying, in the places that I scattered you and everything that you was lost shall be restored. So it kind of like spoke to me because it's like I was going through the restoration process trying to figure out how I wanted to display things, and I was able to actually restore it through the music, the sound, the features, the collabs, like just the actual brand itself. And everything I did to help others in return helped me grow as an artist. So it was dope just to actually give the music out. But it just came to a point where it was like you're telling people how to do things. They're not necessarily listening because they don't think it's beneficial or it's crucial to their success. So it was like, it was the moment where I was gonna just show. Instead of me just telling, it's definitely just show and tell.
Okay, you talked about helping others and like how have you helped others here in Georgia?
So like for one, we provide a place for them to record. Like it's a lot of artists who are established who, they got things going on with their labels or they don't have the financial backing or they may have even just blew their events.
Mm-hmm.
So, when it comes down to it, it gives me an opportunity to really like help them just have a space where they can create without having to worry about, the finances behind it, just create good music and like, continue to grow their success and be able to post different things for their fan base so they actually allow them to grow from it. And then like just, as far as the streaming, we do a lot of streaming for a lot of artists, so we help them with the streaming as well, the marketing, like really just understanding. Like for myself, I didn't have a team, so I did everything myself in the beginning. And then as I got to certain points in certain places, it was certain things I didn't think was beneficial to my success or my career that I passed on those opportunities that allowed me to kind of fall into management because you have the people, you have relationships and networks, but you gotta be there to actually facilitate what happens throughout. So that's how I kind of fell into the management.
Okay, and how many clients have you managed?
We've managed probably like 13 so far, a lot of producers. Like I found producers who were just no one, like we never heard of them, didn't have placements, and we took them from there. Like I got a new producer named Boogie Beats. I started with him. I think he had like a K Major placement, that's all he ever had. And then since K Major, we did Paper Love, we did Lotto, we've done Valley Baby, we got a Kendrick Lamar placement about to come out. We got, I don't know, we got so much stuff coming out. Lil Key, Lil Gotti, Thug. So it's like you just take somebody who you believe in, who had this place of work ethic as much as yours, and then you just take them to the next level.
So do you feel like you have more than one calling as far as you have many hats that you wear?
I mean, I definitely wear many hats, but it's just what hat I feel like putting on that day. So.
Okay. So what would be your ideal of success
I don't really set expectations. I feel like it's so easy like to just go away from it. Like I don't even talk about goals as much. Like if I talk about something, I'm very brief with it because I know, as we get closer to our goals, the goals start to change. So it's like you may have a goal of, hey, I want to buy this certain car. And then you drive the car and you're like, I don't like how the car drives. I don't like the expenses that come with the vehicle. So I'm gonna just pass on the car altogether. And then you told someone you was gonna buy this car. You're like, damn, bro, what happened to you buying that car? I thought you was gonna get it. Knew you wasn't gonna get it. So it's like, I don't even set the expectations. I just move in the way you're supposed to go. And like I read something that says, forget your expectations of how the process looks and just engage in the process. So I live by that because like we always have our expectations of how it's supposed to go, and you feel like you're not on track or you're going the wrong way when really you just gotta just engage in the process and it's gonna happen.
Literally, that's amazing. I wanted to ask you, how do you get this contact with all these labels and companies like Interscope Records that you mentioned to me earlier? How are you getting this contact with them?
It's really like just moving. Like if you're really moving and you're really doing the work, you're gonna run into the same people repeatedly. And so it's about also like I learned a trade early on that most people don't learn, which is everyone goes up. The top has to fall back down to the bottom. Once you reach the top, there is no higher you can go. So it caused me to like gain relationships with interns and different people who were small in the labels in the beginning. And then you fast forward 2-3 years, now they're the president, now they're the VPs, now they're the senior vice president. So now when you call, like, oh, my boy, yeah, come on through, I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, I got friends who worked on radio who were just the smallest slot on radio. And now they're the heads of companies like Pandora and different companies. So now I can walk into Pandora with any artist because of the relationship I built early on when they was just on their way up and they just had a vision to get there.
Okay. What would you want people to say when you're gone from here about you?
They gonna just say I was a giver. Like everyone gonna say I give. Like I don't really ask for nothing. Even if I'm hurting or I'm in a place where I just need help, you would never hear me ever ask for this help. I feel like if people are really genuine and they're connected to you like spiritually and mentally, they'll feel the energy, they'll feel the vibrations, they'll know like something's off balance. And they'll come to you. And then when they come to you, this was, God giving us really sent for me.
Your song Suicide for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted you to touch on that a little bit. How did you come out of that dark?
So like me and my cousin made a pact that we wasn't gonna commit suicide. Like I'm type 1 diabetic. I stick myself 16 times a day with insulin. I got nerve damage, so I'm constantly in pain. And he was dealing with his own personal life. And we made a pact like we wasn't gonna do it. So, some things took place in our life, and it had to be, taken care of, and then like it just weighed heavy on him after that, and he just got to the point where he couldn't, like he was on the pills and trying to, get the thoughts out, but the pills really make you stagnant, so it's like your thoughts take control, and it drives you insane, and it caused him to actually go ahead and take his life, and as a result of that, like I was just free from like just the bondage of not necessarily the thoughts, because I still have the thoughts sometimes, but it's not as heavy because I know what the reaction is, or I know what the results are going to be that come with it, so I'm not really engaging into the thoughts, but of course they still linger, you know what I'm saying? But when it came to him, it just allowed me to really like understand like, yo, I'm really over this, I'm really free from this because I know what the result is, so that's how I tattooed the freedom on my face, and I'm cool with it. Like I'm 100% cool. People say things about people with face tats, like I was one of the people in the beginning, but now it's like I don't really care because I want to look myself in the mirror and know like you're free from those thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And the result of that is you happen to say long live Kevin, so that's why I tattooed freedom and long live Kevin on my face.
So what advice would you give to somebody who is starting a brand?
When you're starting a brand, like develop just the core people. Don't be caught up in trying to get to the top or trying to give you got a t-shirt company, don't be caught up in, hey, I gotta run to Young Thug so he can put my shirt on and take a picture with it. It doesn't mean anything because there's no support there. You get what I'm saying? So like you have to really start like I see everything major, but I break it down small. Like everyone around you tell me I'm the numbers guy. So I'm the guy who's like, yo, okay, you trying to make $100,000 as an independent artist, that's what we're gonna do. You need to sell 10,000 copies or 1,000 copies of, you know what I'm saying, like 10,000 copies of your single or 1,000 copies of the album at $10, you're gonna make 10,000. So now let's break it into months. Let's say we got 12 months trying to reach a $100,000 goal. We're gonna just break those units down into 12 months. You could get on Instagram and find you 200 people a week who will buy your product or buy your album, and then now you're in a position where you actually can make 100,000 in a year.
So you teach that to your clients, artists, when you manage them?
I teach it to the clients. I never teach to the artists, but of course we got to the point where they hear it, but because they're not reaching the goal they really want to reach, they kind of like become stagnant. And that's why I came out like, yo, listen, I'm gonna drop a project. I'm gonna show you how to do 1 million streams in a month. I'm gonna show you how to really engage with the people. I'm gonna show you the importance of using things like TikTok and Triller versus actually using social media, what everybody runs to. Because social media is more so intimate and personal. So it's like, it's really harder to really engage into a core audience or a core following when you're not even put in front of 100% of the following. Like if you go on Instagram right now, you make a post, they're only gonna put you in front of 6.5% of the people on your page. If you don't get an 80% engagement from the 6.5% they put you in front of, they don't show you to the rest of the people on your Instagram. So it's like, people don't even understand those things. So it's so many small things that can really contribute to your success that people overlook. Like when I was an artist early on, I didn't understand the importance of having a PR until I got to that level where I just spent $25,000 on a gangster reel with DJ Drama. And it's like, damn, who's gonna put this on this site, that site, that site? I'm thinking they're just gonna pick it up because of his name and the music's good. And it's like, it doesn't work that way, you gotta have a PR.
So do you feel that artists should remain independent?
No. I'm probably the one person who go against it, but I don't believe it.
I'm so glad I asked. Please tell me why you feel that way.
So if you look at the people who have really had like monumental success, like right now you look at Kevin Gates, you look at T.I., you look at Youngboy, you look at Thug, they all are in 360 deals. If you don't understand how to make the money and where all the money comes from, how can you independently make the money? So that's something that most artists don't have the opportunity. If you have the knowledge and you are around somebody and you see it firsthand, cool, go independent. But if you don't, you should really desire to be in a position with somebody who's gonna show you how to get 100%, even though you're not getting 100% because it's a partnership or an agreement or a 360 situation. But every artist who's really there are on 360. Kodak's on a 360. Cardi B's on a 360. The Migos on a 360. So it's like the people that people are aiming to be to that caliber, that level, they're on 360 deals. People are saying, yo, look at Dolph, he's independent. He's been with Empire since the beginning. And then not to mention, the guy that he's with, Daddy-O, is the one who found 3-6 Mafia. So he already had the Interscope relationship prior to doing Paper Route, where he already had an understanding of how it goes and how it operates. So, I mean, I don't see success as being independent. Like even myself, like I'm reached out by labels daily, but I understand the importance of you can find you a good distribution company who will give you the marketing behind your music.
What would you recommend?
I mean, whichever one you feel like really works for you. I'm not saying South label or go do distribution, but I'm saying like the TuneCores and DistroKids are not gonna get you there. Like they have companies, it's companies behind companies behind companies. So it's like you're thinking, yo, I'm putting music on DistroKid, I'm gonna get 85%, but you're not, because DistroKid is a third party. They have a company called Foundation Media who takes 29.6% of what they collect off the top. So you're getting 85% of 70%. You're not getting 85% of 100%. So it's like you have to really take the time to understand what's going on, what's the business, and most people don't take that time. And it's like you could do something as easy as pay for a consultation with somebody who's actually done it, or ask for a mentorship, or do an intern. Like one of my favorite artists that I like as far as the business is Travis Scott. Like no one in the industry will ever be bigger than Travis Scott to me because of how he moved. He was an intern who went from being an intern to getting an unpaid intern to becoming a paid intern to end up becoming a marketing assistant at the label, to becoming a marketing director who finessed his way going into the studio with artists supposed to work with on covers. They're just being told, hey, Trap's gonna come over there and work what you got later on today. And he's in there making music with them instead of actually making the graphics, but he's still getting the graphics done, but he's in there making music first. And so now he has a song with this artist, that artist, and like, look at where he is now. He's selling out tours and arenas by himself. So it's like, it's steps to it, but I feel like everybody has their, again, expectations instead of just engaging in the process and allowing it to go how it goes.
So, what would be your advice on, like, if you have an artist who has no guidance, how are they supposed to start? How are they supposed to?
I mean, knowledge is power. Like, you're spending money on everything except for the knowledge. People buy the jewelry, they buy the cars, they buy everything that they see everyone else with. And what you really don't realize is, and I can speak for, like, from experience, I'm around it every day, it's given to them, they don't pay for it. The jewelry is a part of the advance, it's recoupable, the label will make their money back. The cars that they're giving, the label gets the cars for free from Bentley to have the artist rap about a Bentley so that 10 people go buy it. So they made $3 million off of you rapping about a Bentley truck that's $300,000. They don't care about giving you one. They just made $3 million off of you rapping about it or you driving it. So it's like, it's just so many things that come with it, but I would just say pay for the knowledge. Like, the knowledge is something you can't skip. You can do everything else, but it's so cheap to get a consultation there, $125 to $500 to $1,000. Like, really just pay for the knowledge versus just thinking you know it because of what you see. Because what you see is just that. Like, the music industry is fool the eye, fool the mind. That's all it really comes down to.
So what can we expect to see from you within the next year?
12 projects. I'm dropping 12 projects in a year because I understand like how short the attention span is of a listener.
So projects meaning?
Just mixtapes, EP, well, no EPs, just really mixtapes. 12 song mixtapes on the 12th of every month I'm gonna drop, starting 12/12.
That's impressive. I'd like to see that. So looking forward to that. Thank you for
Thank you for having me.
Say bye.
Peace out.